Good morning, dear students. On behalf of the management of St. Anne's College, I welcome you all to our college, and I also congratulate you all for taking commerce as your main subject in intermediate. A wonderful decision. My name is Jayashree, and I'll be taking commerce and accounts for you during this year. And to let you know about the commerce subject, it is a mix of two parts, dear students, part 1 and part B2. Part 1 is theory, that is commerce, and part 2 is your accounts. 95% of your accounts question paper is going to be, you'll have sums to solve them, but then again, don't get tensed. We are not going to use advanced mathematics here. We'll use very simple maths. If you are good in addition, subtraction, division and multiplication, you'll do accounts just like that, and rest I'm there to help you out. So that was about your commerce subject, and I also know that you must have done some groundwork regarding to know what is commerce all about. To tell you, commerce is about business, dear students. So commerce is buying and selling of things. So here in this commerce subject, what you're going to learn is what is a business is. Then you'll learn what is an industry, a trade, and commerce, and then you will learn about different forms of organizations. If one is planning to start a business, what kind of business they can start with, like sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship means a single person who's doing the business. Then you'll be learning about cooperative society, joint Hindu family business. Then you will learn about partnership kind of business. Then joint stock company, that is big business organizations you will learn about, and you will also learn about what is a multinational company. You will learn what is a micro, small and medium scale enterprises, and also you will see the emerging trends in business these days, that is online trading, marketing and so on. You will be learning, and at last you will learn how to finance, how to get the money to a business get going. So this is what I have just given you a gist of what your commerce is going to contain all about. So to begin with the first chapter, it's going to be commerce, concept of business, dear students. So the term business means the state of being busy. Every human being is busy in doing some or the other work for livelihood. So these works are divided into two. These activities are divided into two, dear students. One is economic activity and the other one is non-economic activity. So economic activity means where production and distribution of goods and services is done. Now goods means it's a term which is very frequently used in commerce. Goods means items, things, and services means these are also we use them but we don't see them. For example, like when we go to a doctor, we take the treatment, but can we see the treatment? No. Like I am now teaching you, you are getting the education, but are we able to see it? So these are the services. So the St. Anne's College is providing that service of education to you. The hospitals are providing that service of medicine, service of treatment to you. Okay, so service means we are using it but we don't see it. So that is why it is said that production and distribution of goods and services is an economic activity. In simple terms, I'll tell you, an activity which you do to earn, to make money, that is economic activity, and non-economic activity is opposite of it, vice versa. Like when you do a non-economic activity, you don't get anything out of it. It is the reason could be anything why we are doing it. For example, a beautiful example I'll give you, your mother cooking food for you, that is a non-economic activity. We are not paying her for preparing food. So that is non-economic activity, dear students. This is what is the difference between economic and non-economic activity. The work which you do to get money is economic activity. The works which you do just maybe because it is a need or any other reason where you don't get money, that is a non-economic activity. So here economic activity is further divided into three: profession, employment and business. Now profession is an occupation, dear students, which needs special education. Like to become a doctor, you need to study medicine. To become a lawyer, you need to study the law. To become a chartered accountant, you need to study the CA, and so on. So profession is, a body of persons who have this occupation of, learned. So they are registered under these bodies. Like I said, doctors, they should be registered under the medical council. Then CA, they should be registered with the ICAI, that is Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Likewise, the lawyers, the advocates, they have to get registered themselves in the bar council. So only when they have got this registration, this license with them, only then they can practice their work. And these professionalists, what they do is, for the services which they are giving to the normal general public, they charge fees for that. Like a doctor, when he or she is giving the treatment, they take fees for it. Likewise, a lawyer, in case any legal advising or any counseling is being done, he'll take the fees. Likewise, the chartered accountant, if the auditing of the company, auditing means the work of the company, the accounts, when it is checked, that is called is auditing. These all I am putting in very simple words, dear students, because these terms you are hearing it for the first time. You will learn in detail what is auditing, what is services in your further classes of commerce. Or a chartered accountant charging his fees for auditing, or financial planning. Finance means money, money in the organization, how to circulate it, how to plan and spend, so that the company makes profit. So all this planning also, this chartered accountant helps in. So there are many more responsibilities and duties of a chartered accountant, which you will be learning in the further classes. So what you'll have to know here is, these professionals, they charge fees for their work. So that was about profession, dear students. And if we speak about employment as an activity, now this is a contract between two parties, and those parties, they are called as employer and employee. Employer means the one who is giving the job. Employee means the one who is going to do the job. For example, I am working on behalf of St. Anne's College. So they are the employer and I am employee. I am working for them. And instead of my work, what is it they are paying to me? Salary. Okay. And the relationship in employment, it is said to be the master and servant. Means one will be dominant and the other one have to listen to the rules and regulations, the procedure and the policies which are set up by that particular organization. So that is employment. And next economic activity is business. Business is about producing. Producing means preparing, making, or exchange, give and take, or transfer, give it to someone else, or distribution, distributing. Once your item is ready, giving it away, selling it. So that is business, dear students. Generally, general notion of business is being busy. Some people, they call it as, purchasing is business, marketing is business, or management is business. So there are different thoughts about what a business is. Some call it as by different names of the companies, like SBI is a business, Infosys is a business firm, and some people call it as various market sectors, just now what I have said. So to talk about the definitions, here we are given three definitions. One is by L.H. Hanning, then B.O. Wheeler, and Keith and Carlo. You'll all have to learn one definition for sure. Now what L.H. Hanning has to say about business is, he's saying that business is a human activity which is directed towards either producing or acquiring wealth. How? By selling and buying goods. So here it means what? Like when you listen to all the definitions of the business, you will see that here buying and selling is there, and it is being sold to the society, that is the people living in the living in the world, or the globe, whatsoever the area, that particular geographical area. And the basic motto of doing business is to make money, to make profit. Now, B.O. Wheeler, he's saying that business is an institution which is organized and it operates so that the goods and services are given to the society. And what is the incentive? Why are they doing it? So that they can make some gain, some private profit. They can profit out of it, means goods and services which are being sold in the society, so that they can make money out of it. And Keith and Carlo, what they have to say about business is, they are saying that business is the sum of all the activities which are involved in the production and distribution of goods and services, again for making profit. Okay, so business is basically about preparing an item and selling it into the market so that we can make money. So that is what a business is all about. So this was business, dear students. The definition you'll have to learn any one. I think that almost everyone must have taken the textbooks. If not, I'll put the photos of the pages. Please learn from that. And next topic we'll be talking about is characteristics of business. I mean, here you'll learn about different points which tells you that okay, these are the qualities, these are the functions, not functions but features that makes something called as a business. So first one foremost is creation of utility. Creation of utility. Utility means using, means where the customer can use it. So creation of utility, how business is creating utility. It is said that business creates a time utility, then form utility, possession utility and place utility. Time utility means when we require a product, anytime it is available in the market, that is done through business. Because the item is produced only, it is available in the market. And place utility. Place utility means wherever, in whichever part of India or whichever part of world you are there, because of business, the item, the product or the service, whatever you want, it is made available there. So that is one quality. Form utility means giving a shape. Means for example, the chair which I am sitting upon, it is made up of wood. So wood is called as raw material here. Raw material means this material is in a very raw shape. It doesn't have any shape, but once it is given the shape of the chair, once the product is made out of it, that is what is called as form, giving a form to the material, giving a form to the raw material. So that is done through business. And possession. Possession means the chair is made, I bought it, I am the owner of the chair, the chair is in my possession. So all these utilities, all these availabilities, timely the items are available, place, everywhere they are available, they are given the form we are looking for, and we are the owners of that particular product. So this is what the first point says, creation of utility. The second quality which you call is a business is it deals in goods and services. Goods and services, again, goods are divided into consumer goods and producer goods. Consumer goods means which are used by the consumers, the customers, us, we people. And producer goods means which are only used by the businessman or the producer who is actually preparing the product. Like I said, the chair is a consumer good, I am using it, and the wood which is bought by the businessman to prepare this chair, that is a producer good. So this is the quality of business, that it deals in goods and services and nothing more than that, or neither anything lesser than that. Then the next quality is continuity in dealings. Means if the dealings, whatever we are dealing in goods and services, it is continuously done, only then it is called a business. Okay, for example, I bought this chair. Wow, now just bear with me, too much of chair around. It wasn't planned, I just got it as an idea, and now it is rolling. So chair chair, continuity in dealing, to explain it. Now I bought the chair and I'm using it, it's done there. But because my neighbors are asking, and there is lot of demand, if I buy another 50 chairs and sell them, this is continuing. After that sales, I'll bring some more chairs and I'll sell them. So that is a continue in action of selling of chairs. That is called as business. But this is not business. I bought the chair and I'm using it. No, this is consumption of the item which I bought. But I am buying for selling continuously. That is what business I am doing. Why I am doing business? Because there is demand. For example, let us think that I got the chair for 500 and I am selling it for 550 rupees. That 50 rupees is my profit. Okay, so that is what is business all about. Making extra money than what you have actually invested in it. So that is continuity in dealings, dear students. The next point is sale, transfer or exchange. Business is done either to sell or to exchange the item or to transfer the item, and it has to be an economic activity. And next point we have is profit motive. Every business is done with a motive of profit. Like I guess through this explanation it's clear to you that business is done to make profit. Then we have it is an economic activity. We make money out of it, and also business is a social institution. They work for the society. It improves the standard of living of the people, and also it takes up various responsibility measures are there, which a business takes up towards the society, which you will be reading in detail in the further of the chapter. And then business is also risk and uncertainty, dear students. Risk, why it is very uncertain? Because everybody starts business with a aim of making profit, but till profit is made there is no guarantee that they are going to gain profit. Sometimes it happens that you'll have to face the losses also in business, so that is very risky. And also the change in consumer tastes, that brings you have made a product but that is no more in demand. The risk could be any, or any natural calamity, that could be a risk. Like a few years back, Hudhud in Andhra Pradesh, just see what a havoc it has got. And now the COVID, even this is also because of this also the business industry, various industries in the business sector are very badly affected. Each and every one of us are affected, and I just wish that we come out of this pandemic situation as soon as possible. So that was about risk and uncertainty, dear students. And the other characteristic about business is it is an art, at the same time it is a science. Why it is an art is because to run a business not everyone can do it. They need special skills and experience to do a business. And at the same time it is science, because likewise in science there are various procedures, various rules and regulations which are to be taken up while doing the business. Art, because just like an artist how well they do things, that is why it is compared to art. And because of the procedures and various rules and regulations, it's compared to science. So that is why it is said that business is an art of doing things and science of following those procedures. So these were the various characteristics of business, dear students. So that was about today's class. Thank you so much for listening to my class. Any doubts, you can put it on my WhatsApp number. And I'm releasing this video on Tuesday. Tomorrow also you will have one more video, and after that Thursday I'll put a Zoom class. So for that, at that time you can clear all your doubts in the Zoom meeting, because these 2 days whatever I'm uploading in the video, I'll be explaining that in case if you want me to explain in the Zoom meeting. So any point whichever you did not understand, I know because the subject is new to you, you'll have lots of doubts. Please clear them. I'm always there to help you out, dear students. Thank you so much. Have a great day.